Namaste and Har Har Mahadev. Welcome to this very beautiful reading on the first Sawan Somvar of this year 2026. I have planned to do 4 readings in the 4 Mondays of Sawan, all the 4 Sawan Somvars, and 4 themes would be: first is going to be of just general guidance, which will be the first reading from Mahadev to you, and then it will be followed by guidance on your career, on your love life, and also on your spiritual journey. Spiritual journey, I guess I will put it in the last Somva. Okay. So, a hearty welcome to every single one of you, and you don't have to be a Hindu to watch this reading. It is just general guidance from Lord Shiva, or you can say the pure consciousness or the universe. Every single form of God is like it's a form of one consciousness only. So the messages come from the one source only. We just choose to see their forms and give them different shapes and names and clothes, etc. Okay, so I hope you really like this reading, like this series, and yeah, I'm just grateful that you guys are here. Please pick your piles, and I will see you on your pile. Hi guys, Har Har Mahadev, Om Namah Shivaya. Welcome to your career guidance reading today. Okay, we have 3 piles here. I've already did the reading. These cards come out in the reading. Okay, so I chose your oracle cards as your pile's significant card. So, the first card is the pleasure card. The first pile. The second pile is the trust. And the third pile is the freedom pile. Okay, choose your piles. Choose your not Paul. Oh my God! Choose your piles intuitively, guys, and I will see you on the click of your reading. Thank you. Om Namah Shivaya and Har Har Mahadev Group 1s. Thank you for being here. So let us begin your career guidance. Let's see, what does Mahadev have to say? We have everything pre-pulled, pre-shuffled. So let's start with the main themes, okay? You know what? I'm actually gonna start with Shri Ram's deck. So, Jai Shri Ram. Let's tap into what does Mahadev have to say to you regarding your career. Let's see. The first card we have is Be Decisive. Rama's decisive actions make decisions with clarity and conviction. Remedy: practice making clear and conflict decisions. You know what I'm getting as the very first message is that we don't suffer because we know what we want. We suffer because we are not clear as to what we want. And you will also hear the same thing over and over again in spirituality, in manifestations, in trying to let go, etc., that you must first be clear about what you want. In manifestations, it doesn't work like, oh, I want some money. It works like, I want 10,000. Okay, that you give orders to universe. You tell the universe, I want 10,000. Universe, I want 10 lakhs. Hell, universe, I want 10 crores, and the universe will give you 10 crores. Because when you say universe, I want few money, what, like, few is even like 1 rupee, 10 rupee, and $1, $10, like that. So, the very first thing about career is making sure what you truly want. If you are unsure or if you are unhappy where you are right now, figure out what is that you truly want from life. And one of the best ways, let's say most of us hit a wall or a brick wall when it comes to being clear on what we want. So, the best remedy or the technique here is, if you cannot find out what you want, try to be clear as you can get in what you don't want. Let's say you don't want to do 9 to 5 job. You don't have to straight away jump into, oh, I want to be an entrepreneur, oh, I want to have my own farm, I want to have my own business, I want to do this and that. You can start from ground zero, and that could be your what I don't want. I don't want burnout in my career. I don't want a 9 to 5 job. I don't want a stressful job. I don't want a stupid work life balance, where I have to sacrifice my own personal life to accommodate my careers. I don't want to suppress my heart's true desires for my career. I want to do something that my heart wants, not something that everybody in the crowd or in the world wants me to do. That is the first thing. Be decisive. Know where you want to go, because I'm giving you one practical example. Imagine an archer. If he starts shooting everywhere without an aim, like there is no aim, that becomes useless, right? The efforts become useless. But when that archer has an aim that, yes, I want to shoot here, this is my aim, the efforts are focused and controlled and more effective, and the efforts don't go into waste. Similar is with everything, is with your energy. When we doom scroll all day, our energy is scattered everywhere, and by the end of the day or mid of the day, we are tired and drained because we are not focusing our energy into one point. Understand? So you need to focus your energy, you need to focus your mind into one thing and one thing only. The bull's eye or the fish's eye, just like Arjun did. Okay? Next card we have is have faith. Yeah, this is important. Okay, it's kind of a story like, know what you want, start the journey, and when you start the journey, start with having endless and infinite faith that it will happen. I'm being shown Castiel from Supernatural, season 12. It's a bit of a spoiler here, okay, where Lucifer's child was still incubation, like it was still in the womb, and Castiel at first was against the child, but um, was in very support of the child when the child showed him a better life after he was born. And Dean and Winchesters and everybody asked him, like, are you sure? Why are you doing this? Why are you suddenly in support of Lucifer's child? He said, he says always, I have faith. I have faith that he will be good. And he turns out to be good, okay? Like faith works. Not motivation, not decision, nothing carries you in times of the storm, but faith does, okay? Ram's unwavering hope during his exile. Even in the darkest times, hope remains your guiding light. A remedy: practice positive affirmations, focus on solutions rather than problems, surround yourself with uplifting influences. Blind faith is when you're like, I don't know how it will happen, but I have faith and belief that it will happen. I don't know how I will get 10 crores, but I will. I don't know how I will be successful, but I will be successful. I will be. And it's not indecision. It's like, I don't know right now how my life will be good. I don't know how I will manage to have a better life, or how I will provide for myself, but I know I will. The universe will provide for me. I will get out of this situation. I will become my best and better self. I made my coffee too sweet. And then we have embrace impermanence, the understanding of life's fleeting nature. Accept that all things are impermanent and transient. Remedy, practice mindfulness, and appreciate the present moment. This is the truth. Most of us suffer because we try to put the tag of permanence into things that are by nature impermanent. We try to put the boundless or the formless in a limited form. What I mean by that is, and this is why we get hurt, isn't it? Like, we try to think of every relationship to be forever, but hear me out. Even our own life isn't forever. We aren't gonna live forever. We aren't even sure about our breath. I can die the next moment. I can literally have a stroke right now, or a heart attack right now, and I'm gone. And here we are being upset and too attached over relationships, people, outcome, and how they are not forever and permanent. The only thing that is permanent is our soul, is the divine. And when we turn ourselves towards the divine, we find bliss in our lives because we accept the very truth that nothing is permanent. When your life isn't permanent, when you cannot even guarantee your own life, why do we humans try to find the guarantee or permanence into things that are temporary? Relationships, wealth, moment, every single second is temporary. Like, are we living in a stagnant world? No, life keeps moving on. Time's ticking. Like, no 1 second is there to be held. Like, you cannot stop time for a second. Time keeps, the way we say, time keeps slipping away because its nature is momentum. The nature of life itself is momentum. And then we try to make it permanent, thinking, and for us, permanent is stagnancy. For us, permanent is like no evolution, no change. A person should be like how we met for the rest of their lives. Are you the same person you were 10 years ago? No, we all grew up from being toddler to teens, then adults, and then super adults, and then we will get old. We change, we evolve. We aren't permanent. Our habits aren't permanent. We change, we evolve. We ourselves are temporary. So why do we search for permanent in that which is temporary by nature itself? The nature of life, the nature of relationships, and even the nature of experience is temporary. Sadness is temporary, happiness is temporary, wealth is temporary, health is temporary, good is temporary, bad is temporary. Nothing stays. Nothing is always set in stone, my loves. So why are we so worried about things being permanent? Be permanent and be fixated on this one truth, that divine and divine alone is permanent. The soul alone is permanent. You won't have the same friends. You won't have your boyfriend that you are having right now. You won't have the same relationships. You will let go of someone, and hell, you don't even know if you yourself would be the one to let them go. You yourself will grow so much that you will feel like you don't belong, or you no longer fit into your old life, and you will grow and you will leave. You will shed your layers by yourself. How do I say it? Be used to change. Accept the temporary as the nature of life itself. The nature, the Prakriti herself goes through seasons. The winter does not stay, spring does not stay, autumn doesn't stay, summer doesn't stay. Monsoon doesn't stay. Dinosaurs just didn't stay as well. We wouldn't stay. Humans wouldn't stay forever. Dinosaurs didn't. Like, we would die too. So everything is just permanent. Let loose. Let yourself be. Allow yourself to not be in control of everything, because you cannot control. Bow to the Prakriti, bow to the nature, to the universe. It is who that controls. The universe loves to be in cycles. The universe appreciates change. Okay? That is the biggest message with this embrace impermanence. Then we have divine timing. Ram's acceptance of divine timing. Trust that everything happens at the right time. Practice patience and surrender to the divine plan. Didn't I just say the same thing? Everything happens according to a plan. Everything happens how it should be. And it's not so much about just the divine timing. I know we never like we don't ever like hearing the term divine timing, because we feel it's a weight, it's a rejection. But no, I will today teach you, and please keep this in your mind forever. Divine timing isn't rejection, divine timing isn't delay. What divine time asks from you is alignment and patience. Because if we explain time, okay, time is linear for us, but within the universe, time isn't linear. Okay, time is not how we perceive it to be in the 5D. I'm being shown the interstellar scene where, what was his name? He could see every moment, every memory, every life, things like that. The man who goes to the space and falls into the black hole. So it's like that from the 5D, where you can always like reverse, forward, or choose to watch whatever you want to watch. So time isn't linear, time is linear only for us because we are in the play. Okay, we are in the game, we are in the play, and hence time seems linear to us. So basically, what divine timing asks from us is alignment. Now you will say, alignment how? See the three cards before. The universe, your higher self, wants you to be in a specific energy to receive it. That is what divine timing is. You need to progress, you need to grow and be in a certain energy, and that activates, and then you receive. It's like lock and key. You need to have the right key for the lock to unlock it. So, and it's also nothing in your control, but what's in your control is accelerating your divine alignment. And how you do that is by simply asking yourself, what is no longer in alignment with my soul's truth? Not from ego, not from conditioning, not from fear. Clear answer from your soul. And when you know that this particular thing is not in alignment with me, you let it go. Because when you let go of things that are not in alignment, it naturally aligns you to your purpose. And when you do that, when you unlock the divine alignment, and when you are in the position to receive what you're meant to receive with the divine time, you get it. Okay, so divine timing isn't rejection. Divine time isn't like, oh my god, universe is gonna make me wait. Wait is the energy of lack. You think that you need to wait for something to come. Yes, wait happens or looks when we look at time in linear, but you have to understand that what we want is already done somewhere in a parallel universe, in the quantum jumping. It's already done. But are we in an energy to receive it? If not, it's just like tarot. If we are not in the right energy, the cards won't show up like that. The cards read your current energy, and hence we say tarot is not set in stone, because we read energies from card. You might resonate with pile 1 today, and 6 months after you might resonate with pile 3. As energy changes and shifts, so does the cards, because cards read your energy, not something that is set in stone. Okay, let's see. Then we have courage and pleasure. I feel many of you are not willing to, or are very scared of leaving your comfort zone. Because with the courage and pleasure, I know it's not opposite, but it seems very opposite energies to me. Why? You see the rocky, hard mountains and big stones here, and the waves crashing there, and this looks like the perfect heaven. Those are opposites, right? So, what I'm getting is the universe is asking you to let go of habits that no longer serve you. What I mean by that is binge watching shows late at night or late night eating is not helping you anymore, but you continue doing it because it has become a muscle memory, it has become a part of your habit, and it has become your guilty pleasure or your comfort zone. But let's say you want to achieve a fitness journey or a fitness goal. You will not be able to fulfill your new future goal if you keep holding on to habits that no longer serve you from your past. And moving out of your comfort zone requires a lot of courage and strength, because it challenges us, it throws us out of our arena. We are into a new space where we are not used to. We basically become amateurs and newbies. We are more prone to mistakes, we are more prone to failing, falling down. But what keeps us going is our inner strength and courage. And the universe isn't saying that you won't have a beautiful life, you won't have a comfortable life. What many of us think when we, hear or say, I need to leave my comfort zone, we think that we need to lose something substantial in our life. Let me ask you something. If your comfort zone was so fruitful, why aren't you growing? Like binge eating chips, sugary sodas, Maggie, noodles, taking out every other night. It does not really help you with your fitness goal, does it? It doesn't. Similarly, when comfort things or comfort space is something we get used to so much that it stops helping us. It doesn't help us grow, but rather it starts depreciating us, it starts pulling us down. And that is what the divine is asking you to use your courage for. To march forward ahead, to be able to let go of your attachment even to your habits. Because Sri Ram had to let go of his attachment to Mata Sita to follow his Raj Dharma. So it's that. Now let's get into your tarot cards, okay? We have the Three of Wands. I see traveling for many of you, solo traveling. Again, the universe is asking you to go on a solo journey, whether it's actually physical, tangible traveling, or it's just the inner travel you take. Let's say you are not used to being alone. I literally have seen people say things like, I cannot be alone, I always need someone. And it's not that I get triggered, but I am so speechless. Like, what the hell are you saying that you're so codependent on someone? And how is that normal? How do you glorify it? Constantly needing someone. That means you're not comfortable with yourself. You are very far away from the divine because you're far away from yourself. So the Three of Wands is a call, is a journey towards yourself, the inner self. And maybe it even could be like to focus on yourself or to go inward, you will have to let go of certain not so good friends, even if they are good, even if they didn't do anything malicious. You just know that they aren't serving me anymore. I don't resonate with them anymore, or at least with these types of friends, I won't be able to grow. You know, it's a journey inward, a solo journey. We have 3 3, we have the Empress, and that helps you grow. See, Empress, pleasure. When you let go of things that are holding you back, the universe has wonders for you. The universe has all the fruits for you, because comfort zone is like something we are attached to, something that is holding us back. But when we let go of what is holding us back, the universe is our playground. There is infinite potential, and it talks about you tapping into that certain infinite creative potential within you when you let go of things that hold you back. Maybe job that doesn't serve you. See, we have Ace of Cups. It might take some time, justice. It might require certain adjustment. You need to focus on what truly benefits you, and not just what is good at the moment, but what is the right thing to do, not the easiest thing to do. You know, it is going to be difficult. It will be very how do I say this, up upheavaling, up leveling, not up leveling. It's gonna be an upheaval for you. You know, very rocky, like the picture here. But you get here then. It's like you have to let go of the illusion to tap into the reality of your actual future, your purpose, your life, your potential. Okay, you have to shed your skin to grow. You cannot be a toddler forever. You have to grow and evolve, right? Imagine if you were a toddler always, or if you wished to be a toddler forever, would you have survived in this world? No, you would have been completely codependent on every single body. But with the Ace of Cups here, it is to assure that the journey you are going to embark on is something that fulfills you, something that brings you peace, something that opens up your heart again, make you lively again, happy again. You no longer will have to do a job that makes you angry, sad, frustrated, and tired. You are going to do something that you genuinely love and care about, something that you're actually interested in. But when I have also seen people just dissociating and just being lazy, saying, oh, I just left it to the divine or to the God in the name of surrender. No, that is not surrender, that is inactivity and escapism. Yes, the divine helps you, the divine is going to support you when you take the steps, when you move. But if you're expecting that I'm just gonna lie in my bed all day and somehow I'm gonna become a billionaire, that's not gonna happen, right? That's not gonna happen. Even i will I will go to the point saying I can give you a cooked meal, but you will have to eat it by yourself, right? You will have to consume it at least. And let's see, even if I feed it to your mouth, you will have to chew it, right? So make sure that you are not falling into this negative loop or trap of where you call your inactivity and lack of decision making, laziness, procrastination as surrender. Okay, surrender is when, it's the Gita quote, कर्म करो फल की चिंता मत करो. Just do your karma and detach from the outcome. Okay, only your karma is in your hands. The outcome you must be detached from because it is not in your control. You can never control it. Har Har Mahadev. Har Har Mahadev. Om Namah Shivaya Group 2's welcome to your another Sawan Somvar reading, and it's going to be about your career and guidance for your career. Okay, my windows are open and it's early morning around 5, so I hope the sound of rain isn't too disturbing. Okay, it's pouring heavily here, so just a second. If you are hearing some noise, I'm doing something, okay, so that I don't faint. Okay, let's go, guys. So this is going to be about career. As you know the drill, I have everything shuffled already. So let's begin with your tarot cards first. We have the Page of Wands. You are embarking on something new, but you may not have a plan in place or know where you're headed. You need to activate that creative restlessness somehow. But to be sure, put some energy into plotting out your journey before jumping in. Find a mentor. Keywords are inspiration, ideas, discovery, limitless potential, free spirit, exploration, news, messages, information, excitement, and freedom. That was long. Then we have the Six of Wands in reverse, which says egoism, lack of confidence, losing, lack of recognition, unpopular, discredited, disappointment, private achievement. I see what's going on. I see what's going on. Oh wow, we also have the Two of Swords in reverse, which I like. It's lesser of two evils, no right choice, confusion, fear, worry, indecision, information overload, release, and delays. And let's see the final card. We have the High Priestess 2 in reverse with secrets, harm, hidden agenda, disconnected from intuition, withdrawn, silence, selfish, shallowness, ignorance, misunderstanding. Do not be afraid, by seeing all the reverse card. It's pretty clear about the guidance regarding your career. If you are someone who is like, no, I don't have an idea in my mind, or I don't have anything creative, I don't want to create something of my own, this is literally talking about creation. You making something, whether it's painting, drawing, and pottery, or anything that has to do with actual creativity and physical stuff in the 3D world. If you are someone like, no, I'm happy in my career, I am not looking to explore or have something of my own, open my own business or entrepreneurship, etc., this isn't a reading for you, because the message is very deep and clear. Okay, that you have an idea with the Page of Wands. I will even go further and say that you have had many creative ideas in your lives, but you never acted upon them, or at least you never brought it in the physical. And even if you tried to do it, you faced some sort of obstacle, challenges which you considered as a failure, and then you stopped doing it. Okay, and then you stopped doing or following your passion or creative ideas. This even could be, let's say you are a really good painter, a really good artist, and you were someone who used to paint a lot, but something happened where you were mocked or criticized, or something or the other happened which hurt your inner child and your self-esteem, and you were like, it's never gonna work out for me, I'm not gonna do it. That is what exactly the three reverse cards are saying. First, with the Six of Wands, you fear failure. It's the fear of failure that is holding you back from your fullest potential. It's not that you don't want to do it, it's that what if you try and fail, or what if you try and fall again? Okay, and because of this, you enter a state of analysis paralysis with the Two of Swords here, where you are unable to make a choice. You are always, or most of the time, stuck between should I do it or should I not. It's not a clear black and white, it's not a clear no, it's not a clear yes, it's a limbo state where you're like, oh, I have this idea, but I don't know, should I do it? That is the Two of Swords in reverse talking about. Because although upright, many of the readers interpret it as indecision, but upright literally means that you are making a choice being unbiased. You are deciding being unbiased, and she is kind of in a meditative state or trying to focus and get control of her senses to make a clear choice. And it kind of represents the justice energy in a way as well, where she's blindfolded, she doesn't know which sword holds what. Okay, I'm being referred to, what was that psychology, sorry, not psychology, sociology theory, John Stuart Mill introduced it, I guess. Yeah, not John Stuart Mill, where there's a theory in sociology, if I remember, I will put it like, you should create a society or a life being unbiased. We are not talking about sociology, sorry, I was just referred, because it talks about being unbiased in the decision. Okay, if you don't know the good, the bad, the pros or cons of any of the sword, you will be fair. You understanding? You will be fair. You will not choose something like one or above the other because it has more pros. Okay, differentiation, etc. And then we also have the High Priestess. This is very personal to me. I'm gonna share something. It's not that you are blocked. The fact that you are getting creative ideas, creation and sparks of intuition and just creative ideas in general is a proof that your feminine energy is working. Because feminine energy is the creative energy. She creates, the Empress, women, we literally create another human being from within us. Okay, so your feminine energy is working good, but what's underdeveloped is your masculine energy, or I like to call it a young or a very amateur, not immature in the negative sense, but immature in the sense where the masculine energy is underdeveloped in you, and hence it does not know maturity or how to direct in the physical. You are able to tap into energies, intuition, listen to your voice, get the downloads, but you are unable to, ground it into the 3D because of the underdeveloped masculine energies within us. And it happens due to various reasons, where many of the times such people have gone through significant trauma, wounding in their childhood. They carry deep wounds which really destroyed their self-esteem. So that is your answer. And one thing I would like to say before I move on to the oracle cards is that you will not be deprived of love even if you fail. You will not be harassed, insulted, disrespected, or you wouldn't be starved of love. Even if you fail, even if you fall down, you will be met with the same exact love. Maybe the people in your life might not do it. Maybe they are stuck in their own lower negative patterns and cycles. But believe me, if you're asking Mahadev or the universe, the divine, it loves you endlessly, unconditionally, and tremendously. You will not be banished. Okay, you will not be banished from the divine. You won't be. Okay, so just please remember that. Let me just arrange it in a way. Okay, I love how the Page of Wands, and I did not think about before arranging, but the Two of Swords kind of like in a way clarifies it. The Page of Wands, again, the indecision, not being able to, being in state of limbo. It's, and oh, I love this, plan or start with plotting. Even if you don't want to take any action right now, just plan. Just plan, and I'm gonna close my window because I can hear someone play Aarti, etc. But it's disturbing to me. Oh shit! Oh my god, guys, you did not see that. I just kicked my vase off. Oh my god, it gave me a heart attack. It gave me a heart attack. Let me just open a bit. I love rain, okay? I can focus if I'm hearing the Aarti, I can do only one thing at a time. Yeah, plan. You don't have to plan, make, manufacture, execute, and promote everything in a day. You can just start with planning. Just plan, or at least take a piece of paper and write your ideas. That's it. Nothing to do. Even if you feel like not doing anything for a week, just do this. Just take a piece of paper or a diary and keep writing and noting your ideas. Just that it's the first step. Advices that you have is take responsibility. Ram's acceptance of his responsibilities. Own your actions and their outcomes. Remedy, take ownership of your mistakes and learn from them. It talks about, it reminds me of, I like to call it TED Talk that I give to people. It talks about one of the TED Talks I gave my cousin a few weeks ago, where I said, like, she's younger than me, okay? So she was here with me, living with me because for her studies, etc., preparing for competitive exams. She doesn't like to study at all, okay? And one day I went to her and I was very emotional and I said one thing. I said, her name, okay, ABC, listen to me very carefully. You have everything, okay? You have all the amenities. You have, like, basically, you can have whatever you want. There is no restriction on food. You have got TV, laptop, Wi-Fi, AC. What do you want to eat? What do you want to wear? Makeup, skincare, what's a shower care, whatever. You have literally everything. Shelter, food, clothes, and if you want to watch TV, if you want to watch Netflix, Prime Video, I literally have all the subscription except Z5. I don't like Z5. So you have everything. And all your parents, my parents, and I am asking you, not even for ourselves, is that you study. We are not even putting any restrictions or obligations on you, just study. I'm not saying study for 10 hours a day, but at least give 2 hours of your time to yourself for your own career, because this is a place that hit her. I said, because 10 years down the line, if you are not successful, if you are lying on the streets, if you do not have a career, if you are dependent on other people, it is going to be no one's fault, nobody else's responsibility, but yours and yours alone. Because that was how she was here. Okay, everything was served, like like everything was available to her, to study, to even enjoy, all the freedom, all the entertainment, etc. All I asked was study, for the competitive exams, because I reminded her, first of all, you're a woman. Okay, India is a patriarchal society, and we know when women are not independent, how they are treated. I asked her, do you really want to depend on your husband? Do you want to live on scraps? Do you want to be disrespected? If not, you gotta do it for you. I literally said, I don't care. I'm like, why would I even care to waste my energy on you by giving you this TED talk? Like, I don't have to, but I choose to because I care about you. And same is with this take responsibility card. Not that go into victim and self blame, but that see how Lord Ram is shooting the arrow towards a page of wands. It's kind of like he's initiating. You have the idea. I'm not even saying to go tomorrow, execute, manufacture, sell, promote. No. Just start somewhere. Just start somewhere. Even if the start is like, okay, I'm going to sit with myself and I'm going to work on my negative self-critic or my self-esteem. That is work, but start. But start. Because no one is responsible for your own healing. Only you are. Okay. Then we have altruism, dedication to others. Ram's dedication to the welfare of his subjects. True leadership is selfless service to others. Mentor others, lead with empathy, prioritize the needs of your team or community. Don't be afraid to lead if you have it naturally, and don't be afraid of being led. Also, don't find and don't follow anything blindly though. This talks about, because I don't like when people say, oh, do it for parents. It pushes us into more of self blame and harm. Okay, I don't really resonate with it, but know that your idea, if you are being forced or reminded of it constantly, it means that it constitutes a major part of the divine's plan. So your ideas are not just some ideas laying in your head. It is literally divine initiating its own purpose, its own selfish needs into you. You are basically the universe in a mini form. Okay, so you came here to be that, and you might even have come here signing the contract saying that I will go through the self-esteem phase where I forget, so that I go on this journey of finding myself and gaining my self-esteem, like a treasure hunt kind of thing. Then we have appreciation, positive outlook. This literally reminds me of when I said start, even if it is you shifting from negative affirmation to positive affirmation. It's a big change. Okay, it's a big change, not a small thing. Ram's appreciation of nature's beauty. Seek the beauty in all things, it brings joy. Wearing saffron or yellow colored clothes on auspicious days for Ram. Co-creating with the universe. Also, your creation, like I said, it's feminine, but it's also connected to Mother Earth. So you're directly engaging with the divine feminine energy. Teamwork, cooperation. Okay, this is a confirmation, so I'm gonna give the message. Ram's alliance with the Vanars. Find strength in unity and collaboration. Participate in team activities. Practice effective communication. Value diverse perspectives. So this talks about um, teamwork, group work. You might be encouraged to join a group or a like-minded people community for your expansion of the career. And it also says a true leader isn't someone who is well off alone, but someone who is also well off with a team. You don't have to like every single one of them, but teamwork makes a dream work. And then we have seek reconciliation. Ram's attempts to avoid war, strive to resolve conflicts peacefully, practice conflict resolution, and seek peaceful solutions. Not everything needs to end on a bad note. Not everything needs to be destructive. Some of the things can be dealt peacefully. I'm hearing for many of you, it will mean different things. We have trust, and then we have, oh my god, I love this, trust and taking risk. For you, taking risk isn't like jumping off a cliff or closing the eye or just going in. Taking the risk is even when you're shit scared, okay? You're shit scared, and you don't want to leave your comfort zone, but you do. You do it for yourself, you do it for your growth, you do it for your healing. That is taking a risk for a dysregulated nervous system, because you are risking basically your survival and getting out of your comfort zone for your own betterment, health, wealth, career, and a better life in general. Okay? And one last thing before I end this reading with the trust card is that it kind of brings the whole reading together, that this is a journey that you alone should embark on and will be embarking on, except for the teamwork part, but like the internal journey. This is your journey of finding yourself. If you have to take one thing and one thing alone from this reading, is that trust. You don't have to trust on divine, you don't have to trust on God, but trust yourself that you will do it for you. Om Namah Shivaya Group 3s, you are my last file. Welcome to your reading. Okay, so we are here for your career guidance. Let's see. This one. We have gateway with the beautiful unicorn, and then we have freedom. Oh my god, I absolutely love this for you. You know what I'm hearing? Financial independence. I don't know if you're working or I'm so sorry for the noise, but I take the horns and the bells ringing, someone doing RP as a sign. Horn again. I don't live on the main road. Like, I do live on the main road, but it's not the kind of main road that I can explain, okay? Though I live on the main road. So horns honking at 6 in the morning isn't like every day. So that's a confirmation. It's a huge message with the gateway. I'm filled with so much positivity because I absolutely love this message. Financial independence, and also with the gateway, I'm hearing many of you want a home of yours, an apartment of yours. That is going to happen very soon. If you already are in the process of that, it's going to happen really soon. And if you are not in the process of that already, you are entering the process of that. You are entering a phase where you are like, I want my own home. I'm gonna save, I'm gonna do job, etc. You are building that independence for yourself, because independence is not only financial in the sense that you should be earning for yourself, but it's like you have your own home. Because for example, in Indian society, girls are told that your parents' home is not your home, and then you go to your husband's home and they say this is not your home, and then where is my home? Like, am I homeless? You are not homeless. So you might even have Rahu in your second house, okay? Rahu in your second house. So that, and to really build something for yourself, to have something for yourself that is your own, where no one can ever point at you and say this is not yours or you do not belong here, and then you literally have nowhere to go. Okay, you can stand on your own. You are not afraid of leaving a situation because you lack something. You are not afraid to leaving a man just because he earns and you are financially dependent on him. You are building stability for yourself. You are building freedom for yourself. And with that, the universe is helping you with. The universe is working with you alongside that. I'm hearing stand up from Cynthia Ervo. You should really, really listen if you resonate with being a woman, being in a patriarchal society and craving independence and freedom. If you know the value, if you yearn for sovereignty, definitely listen for Stand Up by Cynthia Ervo. Okay, let's see your. No, I want to tap more into the gateway card. This also talks about a new life, a new dawn coming in your life, where you are different. Some of you might have gone through a breakup or an ending emotionally in a relationship. Okay, and it talks about you went through a really dark phase, a very low phase, a very sad phase, but you're coming out of it. You're coming out of it, and it's not like you're healing all over again, but more like you have evolved into a new person. Healing is like I have a wound and it heals, but I am the same. No. Evolution is like I was a monkey yesterday and today I'm a human. So it's not like you are just forgetting or moving on or healing from your past relationship, ex, etc. But it's like you are evolving from who you were. You no longer are the person, or will be no longer the person who were in a relationship with that particular person, or who was in a relationship in the first place. This is a total identity dissolution and then recreation, rejuvenation of it in a more evolved state. You are demolishing the entire base. Okay, you're demolishing the entire building and building it again up from scratch. Healing would have been like, okay, it's the same building, there's a crack, let me put some putty on, and there you go, the hole is filled. Now it's like, okay, the time, the era, the need of this building is done and I'm ready for something new. This isn't who I am, or this isn't supporting me. So here I go building a new building for myself. Okay. Then you have moral strength, resolve. Ram's resistant to temptations. Even in temptation, remain steadfast in your principles. Identify your core values, practice self-discipline, avoid compromising your integrity. You know what I'm getting? It's not just like this, avoiding temptation, but it talks about setting standards. Temptation even could be, let's say you were an anxiously attached person in a trauma bond or a toxic loop with a narc, the narcissist, or any avoidant. Avoiding the temptation is like, I am really, really, really being called to contact that person, but I know they hurt me. No matter how much I feel like I want to go back, I want to contact them, I will not self abandon. I will not disrespect my own self respect. I will hold it and won't contact. And if you have ever been in a trauma bond, it is really hard to walk away or to avoid the urge to contact, especially in the initial days, and even after a few weeks or months. It's really, really hard. Then we have satisfaction, austerity. Ram's acceptance of simple life in exile. True wealth lies in contentment and simplicity. Practice mindful consumption, declutter your physical space, appreciate the simple things in it. What really stood out to me is declutter your physical space. It's decluttering of your life. And satisfaction talks about that when you don't give in to your temptations. It's not like, oh no, it is sinful, or like it's not like sacred or profane. The profanity, no, not like that, very far from that, but it's more like, I know this isn't serving me, and I know this isn't the kind of life I want, so I'm not going to engage which will promote this kind of life in my life. Okay, that. And when you do that, you will slowly start to see that your nervous system is being regulated again. You're living your life again. When you start loving yourself and not self-abandoning, you will see that you're glowing more, you're trusting yourself more, you're shining more, you feel more alive from within, you feel better from within. That is what this is talking about. Then we have karma matters. The consequences of Ravan's actions. Your actions have consequences. Choose wisely. Be mindful of your actions and consider their impact. Karma isn't like, oh, you do good, you will receive good. It's not so simple, but it literally is cause and effect. Karma is basically cause and effect. It's like, if you, I don't know what's that called, the kind of swinging, punching bag kind of thing. If you swing the punching bag to the, let's say, to back, it's bound to come forth. Like if I like throw the ball up, it's bound to come down. It's bound to come down. If I hit something, it's bound to come back to me. It's bound to come back to me. And hence we say, do good, receive good, do bad, receive bad. Because what you do is what you receive. Okay? And if you're like, oh, if I hit a wall, the wall won't hit me back. Like the wall literally hits you back right at the moment. Try hitting a wall. You will hurt yourself, break your fingers, your bones, etc. That is karma. Isn't it? That, okay? Then we have family first. I'm not going to read, but I'm going to say something. Families does not have to always be blood related family. Many of the families are chosen family. And I'm hearing your divine spiritual family is always with you, and seek support from them. Seek support from them. If you ever feel alone, know that you're never, 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 ever alone, because the spirit guides and team is with you. Okay? Then we have justice for all, being fair. This really goes with, the karma matters, that Ram's just rule, treat everyone fairly and impartially. Again, if you treat someone impartial, you're bound to be treated impartial. Not saying that every single person that has treated you impartially is your doing, but your karma. You cannot control other people's karma. So let's stop victimizing on that. Like, oh my god, I did not hurt anyone. Why did that person hurt me? But also, if you believe in, multiple lifetimes, you might have hurt that person in, I don't know, 100 lifetimes ago, and this lifetime you are suffering. And if not, it was that person's karma. But how you react to it, how you respond to it is your karma. I don't know why I'm saying this, but I'm getting like basic advice, TED Talk kind of thing for your guidance. Let's see your tarot, okay? I'm like, this is career, bro. Give me something of career. I know why, the spirits weren't worried. I'm like, why aren't you saying something about career? Because you literally have the Ten of Pentacles. Like, are you kidding me? Legacy, values, family, high gain. Oh my god, didn't I just say you having a home? You are building wealth. Money is, cash and money in the bank account. Rich people do not have money. They have wealth. They have assets. They have properties. They have tangible items, if not even tangible items, but they have, that is not just money. Stocks, and what's that stupid coin called Bitcoin, and etc, etc. You building a home, that's a property, that's an asset. Okay, that builds wealth. You have it. You're not poor. You will never be poor. Ten of Pentacles is literally generational wealth. You are creating generational wealth. You might not intend like, oh, I'm going to create generational wealth for my kids. You're like, I'm going to do it for me, but your kids will benefit from that. Then we have the Two of Wands with Mars and Aries, planning, decision, choice. A lot of planning. You know what I'm really getting? You're not someone who is doing bad in career. I'm not saying that the ones I did the reading for previously, the past two piles did bad in career or are like kind of, they were, more not morally, but advice, etc. But you are someone who's doing very good. Like, not like very good, but yeah, you're not like, oh, I'm sad, oh, I am miserable, oh, I am broken, I desperately need a help or a savior or a messiah. No, you're not that. You are not that. You are someone who knows what you want. Your career is planned out. All in all, I'm actually confirming universe's support to you through this reading, and maybe tiny bits and pieces of advice that you might have missed out on. Okay, because we have the Seven of Swords here with the Moon in Gemini, avoiding trickery and dishonesty. No. Okay, can you see how your advice, is revolving around karma, justice, fairness, Seven of Swords? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that shit for quick money. Don't betray someone, don't cheat someone, don't hurt someone. That is why the karma matters is here for you. That is literally why the karma matters is here for you, and justice for all. Everybody deserves a treatment that is fair and square. So don't do that. You betray someone today, you might enjoy it for, I don't know, 10 years, making a deal with the crossroads demon. But maybe after 10 years, you're gonna go bankrupt. You're gonna go Vijay Mallya. Now Vijay Mallya isn't bankrupt. Like, he's bankrupt in India, but he ran away. So, you're gonna be Baiju's owner. I don't know what's his name. No, yeah. Don't do that. I don't know if Baiju's cheated or not. Probably. I don't know. I'm just saying. Okay, I'm just giving an example. Like, don't do that. It's coming up again and again. Knight of Swords, impatient, aggressive, daring. Yeah. Don't make an impatient or impulsive decision. I will tell you just one thing before ending the reading is that if something is adharma, the opposite of righteousness, the opposite of duty, the opposite of responsibility, the opposite of the right thing, although the right thing can be subjective, hence I use the word adharma. If something you're doing is adharma and you know it, don't do it. Don't ever do it. All of like Mahabharata and Ramayana is the biggest example that never ever do adharma, because adharma doesn't lead you to dharma. Adharma leads you to more adharma. Dharma leads you to more dharma. Good leads to good. Bad leads to bad. Do good, receive good. Do bad, receive bad. Yeah, so yeah, that's guys. Okay, bye. See you. I love you guys. Har Har Mahadev.